Ooh, butter chicken. Butter chicken, yes, butter chicken. Look at that, new apron, new apron. It fits so much better. Got a little pocket here so I can put my microphone in it. Got a thing here for a pen. Very hipster. So this one's kind of redundant now. Feel kind of sad. You know, this is where it all started, the channel with this apron. I've had it for years. It's got cack on it and everything. Do you want it? Shall I raffle it off to one of you? It's a little prize. Adam's used bullshit apron. Now, before we get into this, just want to say a quick thank you to all those that left a comment on my last video with your suggestions. You left some fantastic ideas and I will look into them more. I'll pick one to make. So watch out for a future video because you might get a shout out. Yes. And I also should mention that if you didn't read my community post I did a couple of days ago, and if you didn't read it on Facebook, there was no video on Sunday. Basically, there was a leak. Not in my flat, it was actually the shop below. So I planned to film the video on Friday, but instead I had to sit in and kind of wait for a plumber to turn up, which he didn't. They were supposed to come again Saturday afternoon, and they didn't. So I can only assume they fixed the problem. So yeah, kind of a wasted day really. But on the plus side, I did spend the time productively. Did some decorating, but most importantly, I made this butter chicken, or Murgh Makhani. And that's what we're gonna make. But before we dive into it, remember to watch the video all the way through. No skipping, none of that. And also, if you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And when you do, make sure to click the little bell icon, allow all notifications. That way, when I upload a new video, you get told about it. YouTube just sends you a notification and they say, watch Adam's stuff. All the ingredients will be below this video in the description, so check that out. And the first thing we need to do is marinate the chicken, because that is super important. So go do it. Go do it. Now to marinate the chicken, I suggest you do this the night before. You can kind of leave it to marinate for an hour or so, but it's really best overnight. It gives the spices the time it needs to permeate into the chicken and make it like super delicious. And it's so easy to do. Just dice your chicken breast up into mouth-sized pieces, chuck it in a bowl, add your dry spices, your ginger garlic paste, and about 5 tablespoons of plain natural yogurt, the full fat stuff, the juice of about half a lemon, and also a good pinch of salt. Mix that up super well, make sure everything is combined nice and evenly. Whack a sheet of cling film over that, stick it in the fridge overnight, and that is your chicken nicely marinated. So cock-a-doodle-doo, imagine it's the next day, your chicken's marinated, we can now get on and make the sauce, the super delicious buttery, heavenly sauce. Okay, so this story starts with 1 large onion. This is going to provide sweetness to our butter chicken. I've got the rest of my spices already measured out. Got the garam masala, some ground coriander, some methi, not meth, methi. Got whole spices as well, got some clove, and I've got some green cardamom as well. With the cardamom, make sure to crush them lightly with a spoon. Just kind of releases the aromatics, the little seeds inside, which give it the flavour. And all I'm going to do with this onion is just kind of, well, peel it for starters. And basically I'm just going to dice this onion up quite fine. Well, it doesn't really matter to be honest, because I'm going to blitz the sauce anyway. But it just kind of helps cook them out quicker. Ah! God! Why do I always get the strong onions? Now I've also got the rest of the ginger garlic paste that we use for the marinade. We're going to add that as well. Now with ginger garlic paste, you've got 2 options. You can either use the jarred stuff, which is perfectly fine, or you can make your own. Making your own is better, because obviously fresh garlic, fresh ginger, it's nice, yada yada. And all you need to do to make your own is finely grate equal quantities of ginger and garlic, and then just mix it with a little bit of water to make a paste. And there you have it, ginger garlic paste, easy, easy. So now that we've got the onions chopped up, we can now get on and make the sauce. For that we need a big pan, like this one, Old Faithful. There she goes. Okay, right, so we've got our pan here, and I'm going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of ghee. You don't have to use ghee, you can just use plain vegetable or sunflower oil, but ghee is like super nice. And I'm going to get that onto a low heat. Well, there she blows. And as the ghee is melting, we're going to add the onions. There we go. And really simply, all we're going to do is to sweat these onions down like you've seen me do 1,000 times before. And I'm going to sweat them down for about 10 minutes till they go nice and soft. And I want just a little bit of colour on there, just an accent of colour. So I'm going to carry on with these and I will see your gorgeous faces in a bit. Okie dokie dokie. Right, so the onions have kind of cooked down a bit now. You can see there's just a very slight bit of colour on there. Not much, just a little bit. That's all you need. And then to that I'm going to add another couple of teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. Get a lot in there. Our spices as well. And a couple of tablespoons of tomato puree. And again, on a low heat, we need to cook those spices out, wake them up, they'll smell aromatic. We need to cook out the tomato puree as well, because there's nothing worse than raw bitter tomato puree. I can tell you that for free. And that's just going to take a couple of minutes. Wake the spices up, it will start to smell really aromatic. So I'll see you in a sec, and then we'll add the tomatoes. Ah, smells amazing, smells amazing. Okay, so after a few minutes, I'm going to add the chopped tomatoes. In they go. And this is going to be the base for our sauce. And I'm going to leave that on a gentle simmer for about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. But basically what you're looking to do is to reduce that sauce by about half, and you'll know it's kind of ready because there'll be little pools of orange oil will start to come to the surface. That's an indication that your spices have cooked out and that part of the sauce is ready to go. And at that point, when this part of the sauce is done, is whether you decide to leave it chunky like this, or you want to blitz it up into a nice smooth paste. I'm going to blitz mine up because I want to emphasise that nice smooth silky luxuriousness of the sauce. But you absolutely can leave it chunky. So I'm going to leave this to trickle away, cook out a bit, and then we can move on to the next bit. Now, what's the difference between chicken tikka masala and butter chicken? Because they are actually quite similar, but there are two key differences. Chicken tikka masala is very tomato based. It's very rich in tomato flavour. It's quite zippy, plenty of spice in there. Whereas butter chicken is much more silky. It's luxurious. It's like a billionaire on a yacht full of hot girls and champagne. It's just decadent, silky, velvety. Are there any other words that I can use? Sexy. It's sexy. It's what it is. Okay, so it's been about half an hour now. I don't know if you're going to pick this up on camera, but you'll start to see the pools of orange oil come to the top. That's when you know it's kind of ready. There's one just there, don't know if you can see it. One just here as well. There's a few more dotted around. When you start to see that happening, you know you're good to go. But what I am going to add is just a splash of water. Just a little bit. That's just going to help me blend it up into a nice smooth paste. So all I'm going to do is blitz this up with a hand blender, pass it through a sieve, and then we can carry on with the next step, which is browning our lovely, delicious marinated chicken. Right, so we've strained that off. We've got a lovely, super smooth base for our sauce. But I'm going to pop this mixture back into the pan, every last drop. But before we carry on with the sauce, what we're going to do now is brown off the marinated chicken to make it extra super delicious. So you can go there, and we need a frying pan. Right, okay, so it's now time to brown off the chicken. So I've got a nice big pan here. Whoa, steady on, steady on. Get it onto a nice high heat, and then to that I'm going to add some more ghee. I don't need a lot, just a bit to get it going really. Right, so as the pan gets hot, we're going to add the chicken. You're probably going to have to do this in batches. You can also do it under a grill, but as we know, my oven is trash. So we're going to fry it. Oh, same thing. You might want to open your kitchen doors, put your extractor on, because it's going to get smoky in here. Charred chicken. That's what you're looking for. Look at that lovely colour. Amazing. So now what we're going to do is assemble this dish, so we need to turn our attention to this sauce. Now to that, I'm going to add half a block of butter. No, you haven't misheard me.
You need a slap.
Half a block of butter, unsalted. The reason for that is because you can control the salt levels as you cook. And it seems like a lot, and that's because it is. So I'm going to get that onto a low heat, and we're going to melt that butter down and incorporate it into that sauce. Oh my God, And as the butter is melting down, we're going to go back in with our chicken, all the juices as well. And basically what we're going to do is just simmer that gently for about 15-20 minutes until the chicken is cooked all the way through. Then we can finish it off with the cream, some coriander, and we are good to go. Oh, I can feel my arteries clogging up. Don't have this every day, guys. Don't have this every day. Have it as a treat. There we are. So that chicken is now cooked all the way through. So what we're going to do now is get some double cream, because if it wasn't rich enough already, we're just going to make it even more richer. In we go. Just a couple of licks. About 100 ml, I think, will be fine. Now, this is quite saucy. If you want a thicker curry, by all means, just kind of reduce it down. But I like it like this. Lots of gravy for me. Good twist of salt. And of course, some fresh coriander. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to warm this through, and I'm going to serve it up. And I'm going to have some roti with it. You can have it with rice, naan breads, it's entirely up to you. So let's serve it up and give it a taste. Oh, my little chickens. Look at this. Look at this. Well, you saw the B-roll. I know this is going to be good. But listen, I'm starving, so I'm just going to go straight in. That is splendid. Splendid, I tell you. I wish I could pass you some through the camera. It is so rich, but it's actually quite light as well. For the amount of butter in there, it's kind of balanced out with the spices, the sweetness of the onion. But you could put some green chilli in there, make it extra spicy. But for me, guys, this is perfect as it is. Amazing. Butter chicken. Ooh. I can't leave this alone. Sorry guys, but God. Oh my God. Butter chicken, guys. Seriously, make this. Make it now. In fact, as soon as you watch this video, go marinate your chicken, ready for tomorrow. Make this butter chicken. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. But I'm going to wrap this video up super quick because I want to demolish the rest of this. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks again for watching. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. And when you do, make sure you hit the little grey bell icon. Allow all notifications. That way, when I publish a new video, YouTube tells you about it so you can watch it. And share this to all your curry-loving friends, family, foes, because even your enemies are going to appreciate this. And check out my other curry recipes that are in the playlist, because they're also flipping good as well. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you think of my butter chicken. But guys, I shall love and leave you. Thanks again for watching, as always. And I'll see your gorgeous faces next time. And bye for now. Bye for now. Oh God, let's go to bed. Let's go to bed.